Episode 16 of Season 8 of the Northstars Show. I'm your host, Bruce Krentz. Under the coat this time, we don't have the coat again, but a couple of warm clothes. It's super cold outside. Yeah, it's super cold outside right now. I'm keeping the toque on just sort of in honor of the weather we've been getting. It's bananas out there right now. And this sweater, I feel like it looks a little bit like Steve Podborski back in the day. It sort of has that sort of ski feel to it.
Yeah.
When the crazy Canucks ruled the slopes. So got that under the jacket that doesn't happen to be here today. Behind the camera, Paul Anderson, a guy that's going to outfit me head to toe in gear that looks even better than that, hard as it is to believe, for the Jets game this weekend. So I'm going down south to a Jets game, Jets and Ducks, and Paul's going to make sure that we look good in case we make it on Hockey Night in Canada.
Nice.
Mike Ross joining me here representing the coaches this week. We had some big games this weekend. We just had we're about to have Sam Mcdonald on the Fireplace 5-minute major. Great talking to him. I mean, he's so excited to be a North Star this year, and his path sort of led him up to this. He played AA last year, and it seems to me like took him a little while to get used to the speed and just get going with the game, but lately he's really been coming on with the rest of the D.
He's been coming along for sure. Yeah, he is a North Star. He is a AAA midget player. He's come a long ways, and he fits right in with the guys. And he always had the speed. The strength was, he had to work on.
Yeah.
And you know what? He's going to be one of our better defensemen next year. So he's getting pucks to the net, and he's doing all the right things. So we're lucky to have him, and we're happy to have him.
For sure, and he's not blessed with being a big guy, and luckily the way the game has changed. I mean, in the mid-'80s, when you were ruling the ice, he would have never had a hope, but the game's changed a little bit, and you're right, he had to get a little bit bigger and stronger, and that's just what happens with the kids, and he's really coming on.
Yeah, and you never know with another year, he's going to come back with more confidence next year, and you could see it every game. He's getting more confidence, and like I said, he's getting pucks to the net, and he's creating chances, and that first pass coming out of our zone, he's usually pretty good at that too. So he's been good for us.
Finding his role. We do a 2-on-2. It was sort of started off as a 3-on-1, but my mom did not like the last 3-on-1 we did. She said never do that again. So we switched it up to a 2-on-2. We've got Jamie Valentino, Blake Lahonen, and Brandon Hill. We take them outside because it's basically the coldest day Thompson's seen in a couple of years. Minus 52 at the wind chill. It's minus 40 or something straight up. We're not going to have Jamie for a couple of these games. He went over the limit.
He's over the limit on a couple things, I guess. One, over the 100-minute, and then he got a game for that, and then he's got another game with misconduct. So we lose him for 2, which is huge for us.
Yeah, I mean, that top line, and especially him's really been coming on lately, and you can see it in the team. We're winning games, and so it kind of sucks to be losing him for a couple games. Southwest is coming to town. What do you think we got to do to beat these guys?
Well, we have to outwork them. Southwest is a hard-working team. We've seen them before, so we know what they're all about. And I think if our guys come to work, we'll stand a good chance of getting the W. But the thing is, you have to show up to work. So, and we need everybody.
Yeah, 100%. We got Blake and Brandon Hill too. Tell us a little bit about how they made out on the weekend. We didn't have a great road trip wasn't even on the road. It was here, but a couple of really tough games. But any comments on those couple of guys?
Well, you know what? Brandon Hill is huge for us. He had a little bit of a slow start, but definitely coming into his own. If he continues to work hard and do the right things, he's going to be a good junior player. Again, we're happy to have him. He's been playing really good as of late. And Blake Lahonen, he could be a good power forward. He's getting better as well. So you know what? He's had a few chances. He's hitting the post. So he's due for one anytime soon now.
We get him. We're sure hoping this weekend. I mean, he breaks the bubble, and Sam Mcdonald doesn't have a goal yet either this year. And so, the guys start to get a little anxious in the end of January, February, because everybody likes to at least get on the sheet one.
Yeah, and the important thing is, just not to worry about stuff like that. Just go out and play your game, and once you break that bubble, then they'll start coming.
Well, it's funny. It's almost like the finding a girlfriend thing. It seems like when you finally stop trying, the least you try, then the right person comes along. And it's a little bit like that with goals, too. You start to squeeze the stick a little too hard.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I don't know nothing about scoring any goals, but
But from what you've heard,
from what I heard, that's how it goes, yeah.
what you read on the internet. Yeah, we're hoping for big things this weekend against Southwest. Any last thoughts on the weekend coming up? What do we got to do? Work hard, score more goals than they do.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. You score more goals than the opponents, and you usually win the game. So
Goes well. We'd like to have lots of people down to the rink, so come on down. We're Saturday night, 7:30, Sunday afternoon at 1:30. It's North Star Hockey. Stick around. We've got Sam Mcdonald in the Fireplace 5-minute major and a 2-on-2 coming up. Coach Mike Ross, thanks for joining us. Who's this guy checking out the action? I love that. A big fan of the Northstars Show. Fireplace 5-minute major with Sam Mcdonald. Good things come to the people that come to the rink early. A good work ethic gets you a long way, and today it gets you on the Fireplace 5-minute major. Why don't we start right back with the beginning of your hockey career, Sam? How old were you when you started playing hockey?
Pre-novice, first year pre-novice. So that'd be like 3 or 4. So just my dad got me as soon as possible, pretty much.
And tell us what your hockey journeys look like. Have you played always AA, from obviously pre-novice up to the North Star? So how's your journey look?
So novice was just novice. You don't have teams to try out for. I played first year Adam. I played like Adam A. Then second year I played Adam AA. Pee Wee AA first year. Pee Wee AA second year. Bantam first year AA. Then Bantam second year. Bantam AAA. And then midget first year AA. Then midget second year. Here, so, and then third year hoping to play North Stars again. See where it takes me.
I like your chances. Any other memorable stuff that you've done? Have you done any summer hockey teams? You're a absolute dynamite skater. We had a little highlight on a couple weeks ago of you chasing down that guy in the one game. It's phenomenal. So you've been to some camps. Any memorable camps or other sort of summer hockey or anything like that you've done?
I did a lot of Edge of Excellence, like 6 years. Won provincials, midget AA last year. That was pretty memorable. I don't really have anything else big. I won Cup 2 years in a row. That was fun. Yeah.
The midget AA win last year, provincials, was huge for the whole team. I mean, when you guys came back, you were pumped. You still got the hat on even today.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about that tournament. Where did you go, and do you remember any of the games or any highlights from that?
We went to Seguin. It's this town in the middle of nowhere. It's like an hour and a half away from Winnipeg where we stayed. It was very memorable. I remember the Saturday game, we were going there and there was a house on fire on the way there, which was pretty funny. Mike made us walk to the rink every time.
Coach Mike?
Yeah, Coach Mike. Great guy. Loves the game. It was pretty memorable. I scored, I think, 3 or 4 goals the whole time. It's the most goals I scored in like any tournament I've been to. I had a great tournament. Everybody played good and we won. It goes to show. Yeah.
Hard work, and just because you're from the north, you were playing against a bunch of southern teams, people from all across the province. So just because you're from the north doesn't mean that we can't win. And I think the guys won the year before as well, right?
I believe so. 2 years before, yeah. Last year they believe they got second or third.
So Coach Mike building a little bit of a dynasty there. Was the final game a close one, or did you walk away with it and big selling?
It was a blow. Like 7-0. It was I scored one. I scored the third or fourth one. It was just a blowout. Yeah.
Fun times for the guys. You knew you had it in the bag. Dipping back just a little bit to Mun Cup, any Mun Cup wins in your?
Nope. Second place and a fourth place. So
tell us about the finish of the second place game, because this is a heartbreaker. Mun Cup is the pinnacle of everybody's hockey career in Thompson, and you guys were
close.
So close. What happened?
Yeah. I believe we were in overtime. Friend of mine, Mcdonald, was defense. I believe I was on the ice with him. He shot the puck. It went high. It was going in the net, and then somebody hit it down with their stick. We were not sure which team whose stick was it, and it went in the net, and they waved it off because they thought it was our high sticking. We don't think it was our high sticking, but to this day we don't know. And then later on, Hunter Rambo, of course, went and scored on our team, and we lost. But that was pretty crushing.
Of course, and you hated him until the day he was a North Star with you.
I didn't hold anything against him, but I had a strong dislike of him.
And everyone from the paw. I'm just kidding. And then once you get to know these guys, they're fantastic. And what great players.
Yeah, for sure.
They're all dynamite. You mentioned Hunter. You mentioned Reed McDonald, who doesn't play too much anymore, but a great player and a great friend. I mean, nothing like a road trip with him. Do you have some other memorable people that you've played with along your days? So who are some of your favorite teammates coming up to the North Stars?
Curtis Shermansky, for sure. I've played almost every year except this year with him. Every team from Adam, novice. I've played with Cale Mayer, Taylor Christensen, Jamie. Our birthdays are right after each other, so normally when we go on a tournament, we all celebrate a birthday at the same time. I'm February 8th, Jamie's 9th, and Taylor's the 10th, so it's pretty close. And I've played with them pretty much my whole life, which was nice, but Taylor's down south and Jamie's with me right now, so it's nice.
I kind of forgot about Taylor, but she's a dynamite player. Like, I mean, you were lucky to spend all
places,
that.
yeah. And she's great, yeah.
She's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Little fun fact, Chris Sylvester and I and my brother have birthdays 3 days in a row.
Really?
Yeah. Who knew? Great King.
That's crazy.
Shout out to him, yeah. And March, so we always have a little celebration at the same time, too. I don't think Chris ever coached you, but he's a King, and some of the Kings did coach you. So do you have some favorite coaches that you've had growing up?
My dad and Darren King, they've been there all along, and Darren and when Tom used to play, they've always coached me, and they've been great coaches. And I can't forget the time Darren farted on the bench with his awful, it smelled like boiled eggs, just awful. I can never forget that.
Now that you mention it, I remember that story, and it was a memorable moment. Your dad was a head coach for a couple of years and super dedicated. I mean, I don't think anybody made more detailed practice plans than your dad.
I remember in the truck, I just see his paper. I'm like, what is this for? And I just read it. I'm like, oh my God, like, geez, it's a lot of work.
Aside from the intestinal distress, what are some of the greatest things about the coaching from Kinger and from your dad? What do you remember the most?
I remember every time you come off, he'd pat you on the head hard with his glove, bong, 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 just 3 times, and he'd just pat you on the head. And he was there for you, you know what I mean? He was there to tell you what you did wrong. He would be stern. He was also very kind and thoughtful.
Yeah, I've coached a bit with both of those guys, and I couldn't agree more. I mean, if you make a mistake, they're there to correct you,
sure.
And but lots of positive feedback from both of them.
Exactly, yeah. They're all awesome.
Jumping outside of hockey, what are some of your favorite things to do? Favorite thing to do in winter when you're not here at the rink?
Skiing, for sure. Skiing, I love skiing.
Hands down. Best place you've ever skied? Big White?
Whistler Blackcomb. It's a phenomenal place. Actually, Fernie, BC, they had record snowfall, and there's nothing like knee-deep powder. Nothing like it.
I love to hear that because Murph and I are going to Whistler at spring break. So can't wait. We've got the stamp of approval. But Shaw won't give me the time off. Paul hasn't signed my leave request yet. This could be dicey. But it's got your stamp of approval, so it's going to be good. Summertime, you can't say water skiing because you just said skiing. So favorite things to do in summertime?
For sure, lacrosse and fishing. Field lacrosse, we have a great high school team. When you grade 9 year.
Shout out the team, yeah.
Yeah, you should totally join the team. Love it.
Lots of great North Stars on that team too. Melly plays, you play, Shimmer's there, and he's not a North Star, but he should be.
Yeah.
We got a couple other good players, and it sounds like Rambo thinks he's going to play this year. What do you think?
I sure hope, because he's got a pair of legs on him. He's lightning quick, Yeah.
They're not just good-looking legs. He can move.
Yeah, he can sure get his boots moving. Yeah.
He can cook. North Star highlights so far from this year?
North Star highlights. The game we won against Kenora, that was very memorable. That brawl afterwards, I don't think I'm ever forget that. It was a good win. I was pretty happy. The brawl kind of affected the win, It kind of subdued the mood.
Took a little shine off the win.
Yeah, but it was still a great win nonetheless. I was quite memorable. No, I haven't had a first goal yet, so there's nothing.
We'll get that. We got 9 games left. There's no reason why you're not going to put one in the next 9 games. Last one. If you could spend a day with any NHL player, who would it be?
Definitely.
And what would you do?
Definitely Shea Weber. I definitely like go fishing or like spend like a time where it's just me and him, just like so I could talk to him and ask him questions, you know.
Kicking back and relaxing.
Exactly.
Can you imagine having him out at your camp at Paint Lake?
I could not. That's just
Having a sauna, doing some fishing.
he's just a legend. Like I just look up to him. Like he's just such a good hockey player. He's smart. He's got a good shot. Like he just, you know, I think he's probably one of the best defensemen in NHL, or like right now. And he's getting older, but probably one of all time, I think.
Awesome. It's okay to be old.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with getting older.
Yeah.
Sam Mcdonald in the Fireplace 5-minute major. Thanks, Sammy.
No problem.
It's 3-on-1, but more importantly, minus 52. That's what you do when you're in the north. Good, tough kids. This isn't a big deal. I got Brandon Hill, Jamie Valentino, Blake Lahonen right here on the 3-on-1. The last 3-on-1 guys, my mom was not impressed with. She said, never do this segment on the show again. You guys kind of bullied me into it, so we got to... it's got to be a good one.
Yeah.
We can't blow this one.
It's going to be great.
It's cold, so we're going to just skip the chit-chat. Last weekend didn't go good. Everybody nod your heads.
Yeah.
This weekend's going to go better?
Sure.
Okay, let's get down to the questions. Blake and I asking these two guys, we got them trapped on it. This is a 2-on-2, so it's not a 3-on-1, so my mom's going to love this. It's going to be great. Do you have your phones with you?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your lock screen?
Oh,
Tell me what it is and start to show us. What you got?
Me and my girlfriend.
Oh, nice. I like that. Jamie, what you got?
That, the original.
Slackers, millennials, you got your phone? All right. Yes. I love the picture of the dog. That's a beauty. I left my phone inside. I had my questions on there too. So that was mine. What you got?
What's your favorite NHL player?
What is or who? Who? Probably Johnny Gaudreau.
And because?
He's on my favorite team.
Okay. What's good about him though? Just that.
I don't know,
Best
just-
player on your favorite team?
Just all around good player. Yeah. And he won the skills competition.
Filthy Mitts.
Yeah.
Favorite player?
Mitch Marner.
Because?
Because he's young, fast, and looks good.
He's good. I love the picture of the dog. You got any pets?
No, I don't.
Oh, that was an easy answer. Starting to get cold, eh?
Yeah.
It's really cool.
No, I have nothing. I wish.
Ooh, that's good. Mom, Oma, huh? Maybe. Dog
With
for
my
Jamie.
mom, Lindsay, get me a dog.
Lindsay. Dog. What kind of dog? If you could get one.
Rottweiler.
Okay. Seems a little intense. Another question.
If you had to sit with one guy on the bus, who would you sit with?
I love this question.
Keaston or Jamie, or Blake.
That's what he was fishing for.
Yeah, I sit across from him, so we sit together a lot. So probably him.
Standard. Follow-up question. Maybe it's the same answer. Favorite guy to room with on the road?
Probably Brandon.
That was cheap. And you got to see Jamie now.
Jamie, yeah.
That was brutal. What else you got?
What's your second favorite sport besides hockey?
Oh, that was going to be my question.
Lacrosse or baseball.
Great answers.
Baseball or golf.
Very good. And what's your handicap? Like, are you a good golfer or are you just like it?
I want to say I'm a good golf player, but I'm probably not.
Would your friends say you're a good golfer?
No.
No?
No.
Probably not. Is this the coldest you've been all winter?
No. I
What was colder?
I got frostbite in my ears walking.
Home from a party or something and a little farther than you thought?
No, I was just walking from school to home. Got frostbite in my ears.
Were you going home though?
Where were you going? I was going to Tress as my girlfriend.
That's dedication on New Year's, though. We'll give you that. Is this the coldest you've been, James?
Definitely, yeah. I don't walk at all.
You don't go outside. You got one more question, or are you too cold?
I'm too cold.
All right, it's 2-on-2 on the Northstars Show. Brandon, Jamie, and Blake, 52 below. There he goes, a giant Jets fan. Looks great. He won't look as good as I do in all of Paul's gear at the Jets game this coming weekend. Thanks to Paul Anderson for taping the show. I'm your host, Bruce Krentz. We got another great one in the books. Had to wear the toque under the coat, over the coat. This was a chilly one. 2-on-2 outside in minus 51 weather. Okay, we all say 51. It's really like More like 40. Not a big deal. Thanks to Jamie Valentino, Blake Lahonen, and Brandon Hill for being good sports and doing that. The shivers just kept getting bigger and bigger. A lot of one-word answers on the 2-on-2 this time. Sam McDonald, what a better shift he got at the fireplace. Great talking to him. And Mike Ross, Coach Mike Ross, talking a little bit about those guys and what we got to do to beat Southwest. Southwest, here this weekend. We got a Saturday night game at 7:30, Sunday afternoon at 1:30. Join us right here in the CA Nesbitt Arena. As if that wasn't enough, the Bantam AAA Wolves are here. They've got games against Yellowhead. They launched the career of Justin Lees, who just signed with the Vancouver Giants. So congratulations to Justin on that. And join us back here for the Northstars Show on Shaw Spotlight.